Hey folks, just doing a bit of a channel update today. I had actually finished by mid-February my January painting challenge project for the World War II Americans, and so I'll just quickly throw a quick picture of that one up. Yeah, so I was pretty happy with how these guys came out. They came out pretty good in comparison to the way I painted them 10 years ago. So I think that they'll match up really nicely. I think they came out pretty decent to the style that I was painting back then, and will fit in really well. And I do have something related to the World War II that I'll show maybe at the end of this. But as far as stuff that's coming up, I am actually going to work on the Chaos Warriors that I had done these test paints on that I showed a little while ago. I have a unit of 20 here, and I've counted, and I was starting mainly with the ones that I had were brand new and not essentially needing, a lot of work done, like as far as, I guess, how do I word it, like dipping them and repainting them and all that stuff. And well, I guess they're all going to be repainted, but in order to do this first 20, I did want to use 3 that were of these kinds that I had acquired from someone. And I've got a standard. Interestingly, it looks as if, yeah, this is the same. This guy's a leader, and he looks like the same model as the others, but he does have a bit of a different axe. I don't know. I have to look on the sprue and just see if that came with it or not. But otherwise, he looks the same. So he's like a champion. I'm using him at least as a champion with that different weapon. Then I've got the standard bearer. I've already done the musician. This is just an extra guy. I am doing these guys initially without shields because I just find that the actual models themselves, you really, in general, they're hard to rank up. But with the shields, they're even harder. For Old World, it would be easier because they're on bigger bases, or they'll be inserted into bigger bases. But I'm going to be using these guys for 6 as well. So I can always add shields later, but I think for now I'm going to do them without. I know in game it would be nice to have them. And so I have another, these are 20, and I have another 15 that are basically either with halberds or like these guys that I can actually dip and repaint as well, just to the style that I'm doing, which is this, both this light color, I'm going to do equal of this green and this light yellow for make them brighten them up. They're going to be sort of a bright looking, my interpretation of an old school, like brighter colored Nurgle army, not the like really severely weathered kind of look, grimdark look, but more of like a bright colored look. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for with that. I have a lot of other chaos stuff to do, for, I guess, mortals, chaos mortals, that I can show in the future. While I'm doing these guys, another couple things that I'm planning on doing, I may have showed these already, but I have these guys ready to go. So I'm going to work on their bases, fill in some putty on these, and get these ready to paint. And so this is, I don't remember his name because I've never used him before, but this is a Beastman hero. So I'm really looking forward to trying him out with his special abilities with my Beastman army. And then, of course, this is a, so it's not a Wargore, but it's like the Minotaur Lord. And so, Bloodgore? No, I don't know. I have to look. Again, never used him in battle, but it'll be nice to actually use a large group of Minotaurs as core and use this guy just to switch up the Beastman army a bit. One of the things I really like about the Beastman army is there's really a lot of variety in the way you can actually use the army, which is really cool. It's been a lot of fun. As far as Warhammer fantasy stuff in the future, like I actually have also demons too. Like I can really do a Chaos Undivided, or not Chaos Undivided, but a Hordes of Chaos style 6th edition army pretty easily with what I own. And so I am going to probably be doing that stuff in the future too. But I think after I do I'm sort of dipping my toe in with some of the other chaos outside of Beastmen. I'm not really rushing to use them because I'd already started this. I'm planning on finishing it for the future, and I have other stuff to do. But what I'm kind of excited about now with Old World is to do something different, and I'm taking out all my goblin stuff that I've done for Age of Sigmar that were old goblin models. They were the Gitmob Grots, and I have goblin wolf riders, and I have lots of goblins, both spearmen and archers, and I have heroes and mages. And I think what I'm going to do, because I also had bought a lot of orcs at that time, is I'm going to put together a bit of an orcs and goblins army, because I already have a good foundation to work on to get going with like 500 to 1,000 points. And that's not even me counting it. I can easily do that. So I have a good base to get something going for when my gaming group's playing Old World. And so that's what I'm going to do with that. And then, of course, I have that sort of high elf project that I'm going to have to just kind of start at one point, because that's really the thing I've been looking forward to and I was collecting for so many years, bit of an old hammer project. And I'll probably start showing those things on the channel in the next bit. One of the reasons why I showed the picture and not on the table is that this lighting is, as I've mentioned, is really poor. But good news is I've only got about a month left, month and a half left in this spot. And so I don't know how many, with the way I do up updates, I don't know, that's not too many more videos before I'm actually in the old space again. I also have here some, because I've been playing a little bit of 2nd edition 40k, and I have some of the old Scouts, Rangers, Eldar. And so I have 9 here, and I have 1 single that's on its way in the mail to make it an even 10. But I have most, if not all, of the original postures. Some of them are duplicate. Like this one here is the same one I just showed. But I've got like this one. And this one. I think that I have another duplicate of that one, and then I have this one. I'm not sure if I showed this one or not. But there was like, I think there were about 5 or 6 original ones, and I believe I have all of them here. And so that's sort of it. That's kind of what I'm working on at the moment. I really did enjoy doing a little bit of World War II. And one of the things that I've wanted to do for a while to get back into World War II, I'm probably going to start playing again with my Americans because they're painted. But I have another project, and I'm just going to pan for a second and come right back so I can show it.